Alright, nothing like a little demold action to kick off a video, huh? 5-inch curly tail grubs, looking fantastic. Chartreuse pearl with a little bit of a holographic silver flake in there. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, all the grubs are turning out pretty good. And so are the whip wads. Looking beautiful. 5-inch curly tail grubs and whip wads. That is kind of the theme of today's video. Grub style trailer baits. We're in the middle of doing a custom order for another YouTuber, which we'll get into in a little bit. But one of those colors that they want color matched is the Keitech Sungill color. So we're going to try and match that today. So kind of a twofer. Not only are we doing a color match, we're also going to see, can we actually laminate side to side the 5-inch curly tail grub mold? So here we go. 5-inch curly tail grub, whip wads, and the Keitech Sungill. Let's get to it. Hey, what's going on, all my fellow bait chuckers out there? My name is Michael. Welcome back to the channel. I'd like to thank all of you for clicking on the video today. I really appreciate all of you taking time out of your day or night to spend some time with us here on the Bait Chucking channel. Now is a great time to smack that thumbs up button. And if you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, hopefully today is the day we earn your subscription. Now, we are going to be covering the Sungill color match today. But if you're curious about any of the other color grubs that we've color matched already here, because this is a color match actually to the Picasso Tequila Sunset Jig, you can actually check that out on our live stream. I'll put a link to last week's live stream in the upper right hand corner of the screen. We try and go live every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know it's late in the evening on a Sunday for some of you, but it's a great way to close out the week. And last week, we ended up with over 51 people in the chat concurrently. So huge, huge shout out to all of you that joined us live Sunday night. But right now, we need to start taking a deep dive on the Keitech Sungill and what colors we need to match this. Let's take a look. All right, so let's take a look at what we're trying to color match here so we're all on the same page. This is the Keitech Swing Impact Fat, and it is the Sungill Colorway. So let's crack this open and see what we're working with. Okay, so the Sungill is a 2-color laminate. Now, if we take a look at the bottom side here, you can see we have a translucent yellow, and there is a little bit of the sparkle gold flake there in the bottom as well, which is pretty awesome because, I mean, if you followed any of my videos or live streams lately, I've been really addicted to the sparkle gold. Great, great color. So we have a translucent yellow with sparkle gold on the bottom. You can really see the translucency in the tail. And again, the Keitechs have that salt in there. So we'll be using a little bit of the Snowshine most likely to make up for the cloudiness that that salt provides, since we're not using any salt in the bait today. Now, looking at the top of the bait, you can see there's a green pumpkin to the top half. And they're using square flake. Now, we don't have any square flake today, so if you have square flake, that'd be great to use. But we'll be using a black 0.04 flake, so that's what we'll be using today. And if you look real closely, you've probably seen it here or there. There's just a dash of the sparkle violet in the top color as well. And I mean just a pinch, almost as if someone spilled some in there. So, green pumpkin, black flake with a dash of sparkle flake on top, translucent yellow with sparkle gold on the bottom. Should be easy enough. I think this will turn out pretty good, and it should definitely look good not only in the whip wad, but it should look pretty good in the grubs as well. So there you go, the Keitech Sungill Swing Impact Fat. That's what we are going to be color matching today. So now that we've taken a good look at the actual Sungill bait and what it is we need in order to color match, we want to make sure we're going to use non-bleed colors. The last thing we want are these two bright contrasting colors to mesh and bleed into one another and just cause all kinds of chaos. Now, I'm going to throw the final recipe up on the screen right now for all of you. I don't know what this is yet, but for right now, at least what we're going to start off with, taking a look at the top color, we're going to be going with the MF Green Pumpkin Green. This is an awesome green pumpkin color. It's non-bleed, and I think this is going to get us where we need to be. The green pumpkin in the bait uses square flake. We don't have any square glitter right now, so we're going to be matching that with the 0.04 black glitter from Lureworks, and then again that tiny 0.015 sparkle violet flake. Just a little bit of a dash there. So 2 glitters in green pumpkin green. This should give us our top color. Very simple. Now our bottom color is even more simple. We're going to start off with some Snowshine. This is going to give us a little bit of sparkle as well as that little cloudiness that we need to make up for the salt. Since we are not using salt in our version of the bait, I found with the live chat that using the Snowshine makes a fantastic substitute for that salt in terms of matching the color and the effect. Now for the yellow, we're going with another non-bleed color. This is the MF Transparent Yellow. Hopefully a few drops of this will get us where we need to be, and if need be we can brighten it up with some different yellows. I have a whole bunch of options we can choose from. And then last but not least, to set off the bottom is the 0.015 Gold Sparkle Flake from Lureworks. I love this glitter, one of my favorites. It looks awesome in pretty much anything you throw it in. So again, very simple bottom, yellow and gold glitter. I'm not super worried about color matching this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun and an awesome color. I've had great success on this using it as a swim bait on the Easy Shiners, and I think these are going to look fantastic as grub baits. So I can't wait to get going. The first of the 2 molds we're going to be featuring today is going to be the Epic Whip Wad, but you can see that we have the 5.4-inch whip wad set up with the hook slots flipped upside down as a hook slot delete option. All of these are going to be used as trailers on the back of swim jigs, so we want to make sure we use a solid body so we have enough plastic for that big jig hook to grip onto. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Michael, you held up that grub mold earlier, and I did. Here it is right here. And you're probably thinking to yourself, how the heck are you going to laminate that? And well, that's a great question, because the way the sprue is lined up, there's no way we can do a horizontal top, bottom, belly, back style laminate. And that's absolutely right. We cannot do that. So what we're going to do is turn the mold sideways. We're going to take our blending block and put it perpendicular, and we're going to try and do a left and right side laminate on the grubs, just to see what it's going to look like. I've never tried to laminate this bait before, so we're going to see if we can pull it off. And if it looks great, fantastic. Really excited to give this a shot. It's an experiment, a little bit of a twofer today. We're experimenting with a new mold as well as color matching a brand new color. So what are we waiting for? Let's start mixing. Here we are, fresh cup of plastisol, fully ready to go. All right. Now, taking a look again at our bait, we're going to start with the bottom. I really want to work on that translucent yellow. I think that's going to give us the most difficulty. So we will start off with 10 drops of the Snowshine for 1 cup. That's going to give us our nice cloudiness and sparkle in the water. A little bit goes a long way with the Snowshine, so you want to make sure you don't over mix it in, and I think 10 drops is great. That's going to get us where we need to be in terms of just looking like, you know, it's a little cloudy and there's some salt in there. See that there? It's just, you get a little bit of cloudiness there. Looks like there's some salt in there, but still crystal clear, and that's the way we like it. So next up, let's try a few drops of the transparent yellow. Alright, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm kind of digging where that's at right now. That was just 10 drops. Again, hard to tell. This is why we have the color test mold here. That's actually looking pretty good. I don't know if we want to go much darker. That's already looking pretty close. That's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. Maybe I'm going to go 5 more. Oh, 6 more in there. Just to thicken it a little bit. We're going to toss that one over here in this second color tester. I'm liking that right there. Let's get the gold sparkle flake in there, because that is definitely going to add a little bit of texture as well. And we're really going to load this up. I'm putting 2/16 in here because there is a lot of gold sparkle in the bottom of this bait. I'm really digging that a lot. In fact, I'm probably going to go 1 more. Oh yeah. Okay, see, and that definitely, the addition of the gold sparkle flake, that I think has changed the overall color and effect. I'm liking where that's sitting at right now. Really liking that effect. Beautiful translucent yellow on the bottom. Gold sparkle flake. I think we're looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know if we could get much closer than that. There's perhaps maybe a tinge of green to the yellow that's on the Keitech, but again, it's backed by that green pumpkin green. So I bet once they laminate, it'll be good to go. But when I look at these side by side, that's a pretty close match. I am pretty happy with that. Awesome stuff. Alright, here we go. We have our second cup of plastisol ready to go, and I think we are ready to mix our back color. What do you say? We've got everything shaken up, and I think we're going to start with, let's say 30 drops of the green pumpkin green. Good starting point. A lot of the MF colors are relatively transparent, so 30 I find is a good spot to start, especially if we're trying to get thick with some colors. We can always thicken it up. You can see the knife is kind of disappearing in there. I don't think it's quite as green as we need. I'm going to go another 10 drops. Again, just using the bait here as my guide. Now, of course, when we add our black flake in there, that's going to darken it up a little bit as well. So why don't I go ahead and add that in for now, just to see where we're at. Let's do 1/16, hefty 16th of the black. And I think that's all that we're going to need of the black there, because it's not super oversaturated with black glitter, but there's definitely texture for sure. Okay, that definitely darkened it up. I feel like we do need just a dash more. There we go. Just a dash more of the black glitter. There we go. That feels a little more like it there. It's definitely looking dark and opaque towards the back. You know, I think it could probably use a drop of black to go a little bit darker. Okay. It's a little hard to see with the reflection of the light, but I think I definitely want to add a drop of black to get it a little bit darker. Or actually, not even a drop of black. I think I'm going to go a drop of Scuppernong. I feel like there's a little more, like there's more brown in this. So I think maybe a drop or two of Scuppernong will get us where we need to be. Alright, Lureworks Scuppernong. I'm just going to go 2 drops of the Scuppernong and see if that browns it up for us a little bit. Yeah, it certainly does. And you know, I'm going to finish that off with 3 more. Give us 5 drops total. And I know it's very, very subtle, but it's just going to take that edge off of that green pumpkin green and slowly bring it over into the dark side a little bit. Let's see what that's looking like. Oh yeah. Alright, here's a good look at the colors here. Adding the Scuppernong was definitely the way to go. You can see how this matches up just a little bit better with just that tinge of brown in there. So yeah, that was the magic. A little dash of the Sparkle Violet Flake, and I think we'll be good to go on this color. Alright, and here we go. Just a dash of the Violet Sparkle Flake, because there's not much in there. It's just here and there. There we go. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Oh yeah. Looking good. Alright, let's get this second color in the vacuum chamber and we will be ready to shoot. Well, I'll tell you what, I have absolutely no complaints with that color match. Look at that, bottom matches up really well. That top matches up really well. I think this is going to make for a beautiful recipe. Alright, let's get these all prepped up and ready to inject. Alright, we're in our 330s there. And with a little bit of luck, we'll be in our 330s there. Yep, and we are good to go. Looks like we are ready to shoot. Remember, kids, don't forget to glove up. Belly on the left, back on the right. We're going to do the laminate this way first on the curly tail grub. Then we'll turn it sideways to do the different whip wads there. So let's give this a shot. Hope it works. Alright, taking a look at the blending block. Again, I think we are right there. Kind of comparing the actual Keitech bait with the blending block. That looks pretty close. Pretty spot on. Let's take a look here. I think the first up is we're probably going to take a look at the 5.4 inch Epic Whip Wad just to see if we're even accurate on our color match. Okay, not too shabby. Alright, let's take a look here. I think we could definitely go thicker on the green pumpkin green side of things. It's a little translucent still, but I bet once we thicken that green up, that's going to be fantastic. because that looks awesome. The belly looks like it's an exact match, so very happy with the belly. Again, we're getting some of that fogginess from the salt, so we're just not going to quite get that match unless we actually pour salt in with the bait to get that fogged out effect. I guess we could potentially put a drop of white in there, but I like the translucency so that way you can see the gold sparkle. But overall, pretty good first attempt. I think we're definitely going to darken up the top a little bit for sure. Alright, let's take a look at how the grubs did and see if these laminated or not. Definitely looks like they did laminate. There's definitely a laminate from side to side, but you can see the back is a little bit light, just like it is on the whip wad. So we did get a sweet laminate side to side, which is, I think, awesome. Carried out through the tail. Hard to see though, because again, the opacity is very translucent. So we are going to have to add probably another 20 drops or so of the green pumpkin green, and then another 5 drops probably of the Scuppernong to really thicken that up. Again, when we compare it to the actual Keitech swim bait, you can see the belly looks good, but that back definitely needs to thicken up some. Alright, we've got our plastic heated up, and again, we definitely want to add a little bit more green pumpkin green. So I'm going to add 20 more drops. That'll put us at 60 drops total there, and then I'm going to put 5 drops into the Scuppernong, and that'll give us 10 drops total of the Scuppernong. I want to add equal parts green and equal parts brown, so that way we keep that ratio and it stays nice and thick, and we still maintain that same green pumpkin green kind of brownish type color. Yeah, there we go. That's definitely looking a lot more dark, a lot more opaque. Hopefully this will get us where we need to be, because we don't have that much plastic left in the cup, so we got a couple more shots at this before we got to start busting out some new plastisol. Alright, both colors are ready to go. We're at 340 there. We're at 338 there. We are all set to go. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's have a look. I realized halfway through I shot that one the wrong direction, so we're going to have yellow on the left and the green pumpkin on the right. Forgot to rotate the blending block, but that's okay. Let's take a look here at the whip wad and see if we got our color match down. Oh, and that looks much, much better. Yeah, definitely much darker across the top that time around. Let's compare. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Let's take it out and look. There we go. I'd say that did it. That's our match right there. Oh yeah. And look at that belly. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, could you ask for a better color match? I mean, probably. Don't answer that, okay? Forget I asked that question. But I'll take that every day of the week. That looks good. So yeah, it looks like 60 drops of the green pumpkin green and 10 drops of the Scuppernong gets us where we want to be. That is a beautiful Sungill laminate right there. Awesome stuff. Alright, let's have a look. We're at about 340, 350 here. We are at about 340 here. I think we are ready to give this another shot, and we have our blending block lined up the correct way this time. So hopefully we will get a nice laminated set of 5-inch curly tail grubs. Here we go. Alright, that felt good. Alright, so we're going belly to the right this time. I had it backwards, okay. Want to make sure we get the whip wads correct. Alright. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. The 5-inch curly tail grub. We finally got the color right. We finally got the lamination right. Can we get a laminated set of 5-inch curly tail grubs? Let's have a look. I think so. Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, yes indeed. Oh yeah, that looks like a laminated curly tail grub to me. I see green pumpkin black on the top. I see transparent yellow and gold on the bottom. Awesome. How about all the way down at the bottom? The blast sprue. Yep. Oh. Alright, and last but not least, let's take a look at the whip wads. We already know what these look like, but always nice to have a complete set. Yeah, and there we go. Beautiful. Those laminations look awesome. It carries all the way down into the tails. Absolutely beautiful. Couldn't ask for a better replica. Alright, now I will say, I mean, it is not an exact match, but it is pretty darn close. I mean, I am very satisfied with that match. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did we nail it? Alright, time for some bonus baits. We have got all of the leftovers, all the mist pours, the wrong colors, the leftovers of the 2 cups all together. We're going to melt them all down, see what kind of color it comes up with, inject these molds, and we even have a new mystery mold back here. Can you guess what this mold is? Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think this mystery mold is. Let's get to some bonus baits, shall we? Alright. Here we go. We are vacuumed. We are up to temperature. And we have a beautiful kind of yellowish green pumpkin. All kinds of glitter in there. Looks absolutely awesome. Can't wait to see what this looks like in these baits. So here we go. Bonus baits. Blended up color plus a mystery mold. Alright, that's what it looks like on the edge of the injector. You can see definitely a little more yellow when it comes to the green pumpkin, but still a beautiful, almost like a dark watermelon really when you think about it. Very cool. Alright, let's bring you over here for this final set of demolds. Let's start with the 5-inch curly tail grub. The skinniest of the bunch. Oh yeah, look at that. Definitely on the yellowish side of green pumpkin, but it has all of the sparkles in there. It's a pretty cool translucent green pumpkin kind of panfish, sunfish style color. Not too bad. There you go. Not too shabby. Looking pretty good. Okay, and how about the epic whip wads? Let's take a look at these. Oh yeah. Now these are a little bit thicker, so you can definitely see more of the green pumpkin, but then it turns to that translucent yellow kind of at the tail. not bad. I mean, it's not a changeable. It's not meant to be. And, you know, just mixing these two sprues together, it's always interesting to see what you're going to end up with, you know? I mean, that is a sweet looking panfish color. And I definitely think that is going to get bit. I mean, even on its own or as a jig trailer, that's going to look awesome. Sweet. Last but not least, we have our mystery mold. Let's see, and if you guessed the epic shtickle, then you were absolutely correct. Oh, look at that, huh? Now tell me that's not a beautiful color transition. My goodness, I like that. Long whippy tail back there. We already know this is a mega official bait, and it looks really good. I mean, right there, it almost looks like a changeable, even though it's not. Wow. Very cool. I like this mashup color as well. The epic shtickle. There you go. A squadron of shtickles. We will have a detailed video on this mold coming up in the future, but it's new to the shop. Just wanted to throw a little bonus footage in here for y'all. See what you think of the epic shtickle in this blended color. Looks pretty good. All right, well, let's wrap everything up. Let's get you some slow motion goodness footage, and we'll meet you back at the workbench. And there you have it, a near exact match to the Keitech Sungill Colorway. I mean, now we definitely veered off course a little bit from where we originally started, but all in all, I think we were right on the correct path. But yeah, there it is, Sungill from Keitech. Awesome color, whether it's a swim bait, a jig trailer, it's a good color. But how do you think we did? I mean, you got to let me know. Leave a comment down below. Did we nail it? Are we way off course? Let me know. Also, if there's a color match that you would like to see done here on the channel, leave that down in the comment section as well. And look, if you don't like leaving comments, hey, totally cool. But, you know, maybe throw down your favorite emoji because of engagement. And if you like what we're doing here at Bait Tracking, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. We've gotten over 3,000 subscribers already, which means I think it's time to do a giveaway. Yeah, so we'll have to come up with something here in the next few videos. But until next time, y'all, you know who it is. Your friend on this end, Michael, out here around these Delta sloughs, reminding you to keep on chucking. I'll get back with you.